Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Tower of Doom, week 24, day 1. Sorry for the little bit of delay, YouTube kind of changed their backend. They made it so you can't use the classic version of it anymore, so now I had to go use their new shiny version, and yeah, it's weird. There also seems to be like no way to like schedule it either. It's very strange. Hopefully it's actually working right now. I should probably make sure that it is, as that would be very good to do. But let me just double check. It seems like it's working. Can you guys hear me and see me? I see Isabel posting something in chat, so... Oh, and good. Our chat's at least working again. Because, yeah, we are using, like, the new normal side of YouTube now. The classic was so much better, but gosh, what on earth is this interface I'm even looking at right now? Definitely need to get used to it. I mostly just had to change my key code and a bunch of other things to make it work, which is why the stream was a little bit delayed, because I didn't realize they were going to do that. And I don't see any way that you can schedule your stream either now, which is kind of weird. So, though you guys kind of know when our streams are, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. And we also do the Friday morning one for Gems of War, and other games tend to be pretty much whenever. But anyways, okay, everything seems to be healthy and working, so let's just stick with it. Only problem right now is my chat is way smaller than normal. Let me go make that a little bit bigger so I can actually read you what you guys are saying. There we go, that should be big enough. Anyways, so obviously Green Tower of Doom, let's get into that. So we got that going on this week. We also got level 20 Zaejin. I completely forgot to mention it this morning, which is why it's in the title now, mostly because I didn't have them upgraded at the time because I was still getting copies of them. But yes, it is the second kingdom to reach 20 stars, which is pretty cool. 20 stars ends up bringing in an additional, gosh, what's the stat for this place? I think it's HP, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it brings in an extra HP. So now we permanently have one higher HP as of today, if you can get Zaejin to 20 stars. Of course, it has very high requirements for doing so, but if you are capable of doing so, it is a permanent plus 1 HP for every game mode except Arena. But anyways, let's go get over to Tower of Doom. So as far as Tower of Doom this week, it's green. We're going to be running probably just a quick kill Rowan initially. I think I have a team set up earlier. I might as well just run that for the very low level range. Where is my team? Cheap Doom. Let's run with this. So we're just going to run Rowan build. For the earlier battles, this will actually be quicker than pretty much anything else anyways. We'll go 20% into 2 armors. The reason for 20% is Rowan doesn't actually get to start with any kind of mana, so this will help her get up a little bit quicker. This also technically start her with 4 HP. I mean 4 mana, I mean. Because she gets 2 from the enchant as well. And we already bought up the pack, so we should be good to go. Just got to go copy paste this team in, and should be good to go. Oh, and that I need to go check my guild. What rooms do we need? Thank you, Cookie. It's nice posted and ready to go. And yeah, it seems like we're almost all the way there too. People are almost already at 25. I guess people are buying it out. I'm not sure if I'm going to be going for leaderboard or not, especially since leaderboard tends to be, or seems to be very high right now. Someone is already, oh yeah, never mind. Duh, you can't go for leaderboard for Tower of Doom. What was I thinking earlier? I forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. I was like, should I go for leaderboard to go get an orb? Hold up, there is no orb. I actually completely forgot. Also, I checked earlier because I had to copy paste the title. Do you know that the last Tower of Doom we had was like July 14th or something? It was like mid-July. It's been like 2 months. I knew it was a while, but gosh, when you put it like that, it's been ages. Well, I guess that's kind of its interval now. Let's see, July 14th, that would have been what? 10, 11, 12 weeks? Somewhere around there. But yeah, that's so long between Tower of Doom events. That's way too long. Anyways, where are we? We got to go do 2 and 3. So let's go do 2 and 3. We'll paste in our team. Obviously, we're running quick kill Rowan for the earlier battles. We'll obviously be switching towards the later battles, but for now, this will be perfectly fine. As far as hero class, we can go pretty much anything. Titan was here mostly just to be a little bit tankier. However, other options won't really speed us up much, so we might as well just stick with it. Could go a little bit extra green mana, but we already have enough Leprechaun that they'll be covering it themselves. It's not really that needed. Anyways, let's get into the battles already. So we've got to go 2 and 3 and then move on. Anyways, hello everyone. Hello Isabel. Hello DeCrail. Hello Cookie. Hello Gamora. Hello Humberto. And hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I might have typed in Zaejin wrong. Let's see if I can actually edit it through the thing. Because I was typing out really quick. Because I had to redo everything for the stream. Because YouTube forced you to have to use the new side now. Let's see. I know it was probably missing a letter. I think I spelled it right now. Okay, let's see what happens if I click save during a stream. Will it completely make everything stop? No, it looks like it's going good. It didn't break anything. Good. Also, let's go throw it down and rewind. Also, I can see the amount of likes from the screen, too. Interesting. It also shows new members during the stream, concurrent viewers. I get kind of used to the new setup. It's actually not that bad. And, of course, we get a power score from that. Speaking of that, definitely feel free to leave a like. Ends up helping out a lot. Greatly appreciated. Let's see. Wait. Yeah, I did the right room. I was looking at the other one. And then we do our 3, and then we move on, and then we'll head to the next room. Oh, hello, Marcelo. Hello, Jonathan. Hello, Simpleman. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Still new weapons. Still no way of getting scrolls otherwise. Yes, you can still buy up scrolls through the event. Unfortunately, we haven't really gotten an alternative method to be able to do so. They're pretty expensive. If you mass buy them off the final pack, they're 133 gems per scroll, which is obviously not a small amount. But you can theoretically infinitely buy them. However, if you do, it's 133 per scroll. So do be mindful of that if you do end up going for it. Some people might, since it's been so ridiculously long since we've actually had an event, but it's pretty expensive. What if you had a surplus of gems or really wanted to get like Doom the Glaive or something upgraded? Would you really go for it? Yes, chat is on screen now. YouTube forced you to have to use the news side of YouTube, so I had to set all that up before the stream. It actually doesn't seem that bad, but still need to get used to it because it is quite different than what we were using before. But yeah, it will make it so chat shows up now because the location where my thingy was tracking, for whatever reason, couldn't identify the previous area. But now that we're using the only side where you could possibly stream to YouTube, it is now working once again. The only thing I can't see as functionality is how to actually start a preview for a stream, as in, like, we're going to stream at X time. I don't see a way where you can announce that on the thing. I'm not sure if it's a functionality that's just missing or if I just can't find it. But it doesn't seem to be there from what I can tell. That's probably hidden somewhere as one of the menus. They always love menuing, and there's like 3-4 menus here. Actually, there's 5 different menus. From one simple page to 5 menus. Okay, what was the other battle we needed? Let's see, and then we go take down the 3. That'll be good to go. You bought the pass, it was only $860. For what, the last event? In some currencies, it is cheaper. Also, sometimes on different platforms, it could be cheaper too. Like, for whatever reason, it's sometimes more expensive or cheaper, specifically on mobile compared to PC. Not sure why that is. Always worth checking if you're running both versions. But yeah, I'm not sure why, but it sometimes is a different amount of cost on the two. I believe in US dollars, it's normally $10, I mean. Let's see, we'll throw that down. And the bigger one, I think, was 25, if I'm not mistaken, or 30, whatever it came out to. I actually completely forget now. We'll see when next season comes around. Of course, we don't have any campaign, so we don't have any campaign to go over today because, well, we have a week off. It's 10 weeks of campaign, then you have 1 Tower of Doom, and then it goes back to campaign. So we still got another week until we see campaign again. However, once that day does arise, we will be able to see the entirety of the rewards on that day. So it'll be interesting to see and go over that on Monday. See what the full layout for it is. I might even cover a separate video for it. That or I'll just try throwing into the Monday video. We'll see for next week. And of course, Monday video is already up for today. I got it up in a very timely manner this time around. What I ended up doing was going to bed as pretty much immediately as soon as I got done last night, and just set the alarm early, and worked out pretty nice. Rather than trying to risk needing to sleep. Because sometimes the staying up and then recording it thing, you're just so tired that doesn't work out. Yeah, pay to win soon, TM. Yeah, I'm concerned with how pay to win the pass might be. We're probably still going to get it. Because there's a lot of content we'll need to show through it as well. But it is heading towards pay to win. Or at least paid to get anything in a timely manner. Because theoretically all of it will be obtainable at a future time. However, it is very inconvenient how it'll be obtainable after the fact. Which is concerning. Oh, so hello, Mr. Lonely. Welcome. Oh, so hello, where I'm referred to the nurse. Say hi. And Jonathan, welcome, welcome, welcome. That was the only room, right? I believe so. Also, keep in mind, I should probably re-mention this since it's been a while since we did a Tower of Doom. But do keep in mind, the rooms that I'm doing right now are not the rooms you should be doing. It's set per guild, so you need to communicate with your guild what the rooms are. You should not follow mine, because mine are not the same as yours. So do be mindful of that. But yeah, my rooms are completely different than whatever your guild will have. So you need to communicate with them what they are. Do not just copy whichever ones I'm doing, because they will be completely different ones. So we got a 3 and a 5. Also, gosh, we got ultra lucky on the event key drop table earlier this morning. That was pretty funny. I had a good time with that. Sometimes I have to re-record some of the morning videos if I mess up at too many areas or stutter too much. But after that, it's like, oh, well, we're not restarting this one. With how lucky we got on the iron guts, gosh. That was just absurd. We got 2 iron guts this morning, and I'm not sure the exact amount of keys. I think it was 400 or 500. And the first one was pretty much near immediately. It's pretty nice. But if anyone needs iron gut, he's in drop table right now. Do be wary that it will take about 1,000 keys or so. Give or take a little bit. However, he is in an event key drop table, and he is one of the better troops in the entire game, particularly for upscaling factions, is his main purpose. So definitely worth considering getting if you don't already have a copy. However, there's no point in having more than 1 copy. What do you think about Mountain Crusher, Tina, Queen Beatrix, and Arachnine Weaver for tower? That would work. You have a double true damage, or actually triple true damage, and then you just keep spamming them. Sounds like it'd be perfectly fine. Right now, for the early battles, we're going for quick kill Rowan. And then I'm probably switching over to Ketris. We might mess around with something else in between. But for the really later battles, we'll likely go to Ketris due to how it scales. But it's probably something in between where we could scale a little bit better. Like beyond this team, but below a Ketris team. Which we'll probably use in between. Not sure if we're actually going to get enough battles in today to even be able to reach that section, but we might be able to. Because right now Rowan is pretty easily doing cleanup for these battles. Oh yeah, you finally got your glaive max. Nice. Yeah, it was available about a month ago, so anyone who got a glaive back then, you are able to get it max this week if you get enough of the green scrolls. Keep in mind, you get a green scroll every single time. The way that Tower of Doom works is every single final floor up to 25, including 25, ends up giving you a Doom scroll to the color, in this case green. So technically this event is not completed until you've done all the way up to 25, so do be wary of that. It's actually probably one of the furthest you have to mandatory go to get max loot for one of these events, so do be aware of that. However, tier 3, or up to the weapon, tier 4, is enough to get it done completely, as long as you don't miss up on too many battles. But even if you do, I believe it has a little bit of leeway. Anyway, we're on 6 right now. Where's our floors? I'm going to be skipping haste as we normally do, so we're going to be skipping straight to the 4 here. Haste is okay to take. It really depends on the situation on if you would go for it or not. Since you're scouting out every room anyways, you should report it back to your guild normally. However, it's pretty optional if you do or do not want to go for it. Because all it is just a chance that you would end up triggering Valraven and bringing you closer to a Valraven trigger. It does not actually give you anything too substantial. It gives you basically like 1/4 of a sigil due to how Valraven spawning works. So not really too much of a reward for doing that. However, it's pretty much just free sigils, so it can be worth going for. Definitely report it to your guild as an option to go for, but they're definitely very much skippable if you don't want to do them. Or probably the most skippable actual viable room. Like a room that's still viable enough to report. But of all the reportable rooms, it's probably the most skippable overall. The other one that can kind of be as well, oddly enough, is power. The reason why power can sometimes be skippable is your guild already has so many stats that the amount of powers you would need to even gain any additional stats is so many that you almost gain no benefit from even taking it. Though you would need to have pretty high stats at that point. I think you need to be around 14 or so, 14, 15, for it to really not be worth going for power necessarily. Okay, anyways, we're at 7. So, again, we can skip the haste and go straight for the 4. And now we'll go for the unlock for the final room then. Oh, so hello, Michael! Yeah, you don't need to worry about pretty much anything this week. We do have a lot of things still going on, though. We got Tower of Doom. We got new faction this Friday. And we got new Mythic this Friday. However, the new Mythic is pretty skippable. And of course, the event key drop table is pretty good this week. Also, why did I do that? We didn't need the buff. We already had it within range. But in the sense that you don't need to worry about campaign or anything, yeah, we don't have that to go about. What on earth happened with that screen? Hopefully it gave me my loot. Well, it had to have. We got the unlock. That was a really weird glitch. It didn't show me any loot. But it definitely gave us our unlock because we got forward. Let's see. I'll take that for now. Throw that down. Oh, interesting. One thing that this new format actually shows me on stream, because I was like wondering, why is that number so much higher than the other one? It actually shows how many people have cycled through the stream, which is kind of interesting. This number you can see after the fact, but you normally weren't able to see it during it the other time. So it seems like double the amount of people of our concurrent viewers have actually stopped by and then left us. That's probably going to happen. Most people don't stay for the entire stream, obviously. Some people do, of course, but not everyone. Because our concurrent viewer is half the number of total views, at least currently. That's an interesting data point that it has now. They all get used to the new format eventually. It'll probably just take a few days till I get used to how YouTube keeps changing everything. I really hate that they keep changing everything always all the time, though. I'm pretty sure from the front end of YouTube, it barely looks like they ever change anything ever. But from the back end, it feels like every month or few months they just overhaul something completely. It's very annoying. And this time it was the whole back end of the streaming side. We'll throw a shield there. Should be enough damage. We do need to change teams soon because... Oh gosh, we just got silence. Oh, that's really bad. I don't have a cleanse option. I just gotta keep passing my turn at this point. For some skulls, I guess. Come on. Come on. That's gonna be super annoying. Don't give us extra turns. We don't even need an extra turn. There we go. Found my channel 2 days ago. You're awesome. Thank you for that, MM. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. We're always around every single day at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the channel. So if you ever have any questions, feel free to ask. Hello, Bushka! Welcome. I'm glad I could help. Okay, we got a Valraven there. I don't think we have a good drop, so we're just going to go for a big explode. However, before we do, we need to go get shield down so we actually have enough damage to kill it. Did you already submit it to the place? No, I didn't yet. Ideally, what I was going to do is get... I wanted to get sub 140 before I submitted it. Because I didn't want to have to submit it, get second place, and then resubmit it just to go take first. I just wanted to submit it once, get first, be done with it. At least for a while. Because the other one held for 6 months, so if we end up beating that, I assume it'll hold for a little while, unless the meta drastically shifts. Let's see, where's my thingy? We are at 3 and 4. So 3s are actually luckies, or not the always 3, but the L that stands right there. Stands for the lucky room. This was one I forgot to actually mention in the morning video as well as a valuable one. But the yellow, the lucky one ends up giving you 2 doom kills. So this is really good for 2 things. It helps you get a little bit higher on leaderboard, so your guild gets slightly more resources. However, the more important thing is that it gets the tasks done a little bit quicker, like the objectives for reaching certain milestones to get the rewards. It ends up counting as 2 whole kills, and this is very beneficial as this lucky that just gave us 2 doom kills helps this number go up by 2, which is now 242. 422, I'll say it right eventually. 424, and it also makes this go up by 2, which of course gives you the main rewards from the event, which reminds me, I should probably go claim all of these. Get a vault key, some gems, some gem keys, event keys, some diamonds, some gold, 2 orbs, which we definitely need more of, some celestial, of course the dooms of nature, and a new portraits. And we get a new title all the way at the end of it as well. And no blue, unfortunately. Ah, gosh, both the useless orbs. But we still got 2 more orbs there, and a major orb on the final one, as we always do. As well as a little title, though. Don't really need them, but hey, saves a little bit of resources nonetheless. Anyways, oh yeah, I keep forgetting. They're all connected, so if you click back, it brings you all the way back. So we're all 9 right now, so we need to go do 4, take out this room, and then we can move forward. Hello, John! Hello, your friend Nick. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Big fan of your channel. You just logged in. You've just crafted Zugaf last week. Congratulations. Nice milestone right there. You have a few decent teams for him. What team is the absolute best, however? That depends heavily on what game mode you're doing. The way that it gets ran for different game modes is drastically different. The main thing I currently use them for is, of course, Explore 12. One of the more consistent good teams for this is to use Slayer, followed by Thrall, Zugaf, and Leprechaun. This ends up getting mana very quickly that you then chain into Zugaf himself. The Delve version of running him normally runs with both Iron Guts and Zugaf, running something similar to Mountain Crusher, Iron Gut, Zugoff, and one other option. Either another mana accumulator like Leprechaun or something, or something to stabilize the team. And those are probably the two strongest instances. His use in Delves and his use for Explore 12. However, he can be used for PvP as well as for Guild Wars. I forget what Guild War day I run him on, but we did end up running him for one of the colored Guild War days last week. But similar to many troops, the team that you would use is drastically different depending on the game mode. Magic gonna... no, it won't. Never mind. We'll go for shield first. Especially after all those pokes. Very nice. And that should be enough to kill it out. I believe so. Ooh, okay. We need to go switch out a Rowan. Rowan can't even clean up that. That's not good. You could theoretically, if you really needed to, run Rowan this entire time. Like if you had to. However, she is starting to get a little slower. So it might be time to go switch. We might go true damage build. We'll try something in between and see what we could do. We can also go Wild Queen. Oh, good, we got a fireball there. But we can also go like a Wild Queen Skull spam. That would fall off by about 15 or 20, though. Probably a little bit earlier than that. Probably closer to 15. So I might go for a true damage build. What's their current durability? If we just click on a battle here. Yeah, I might be able to get away with Weaver. Rowan with 2 Leprechaun. Yeah, that's what I'm currently running with her Skia Shield. Her Skia Shield is boost ratio for her armor, which ends up working out very well. I'm not sure what I want to switch into. I guess we might go Weaver build. Let's see. What's other true damages? We can go Weaver. We can go Beatrix. We'll probably keep the Leprechaun. And what else can we put in here? Just gonna put the Weaver in front of it, I think. And then probably just a Mountain Crusher or something. Actually, it might be better to replace out the bee for something else. I don't think we really need to cleanse. Let's go Tina with it. How much damage do you have? You don't upscale that well is the only problem. And then we throw like a mountain or something. We'll give this a shot. And change our banner accordingly. To, actually, we can go mech now. Let me actually go mech class so we can give that thing a half mana start. Actually, oddly enough, we can actually double up on it if we really wanted to. I think we'll just go with 1, though. I think all the perks are already set correctly. I don't think we need to change anything. We got the spell, too. Enchanting on green might actually be better, though. We'll stick with the spell. We might need it for something. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, we'll roll with what it has currently. And then we'll go and just change our banner. We are not using blue, so ideally there's a minus blue banner that would work good for this coloration. Double green to something would be pretty nice. Green-brown would actually be ideal. This inversed would be perfect. However, we might just go for it because we have a +1 off a Leprechaun, so it's +2 brown, +2 green. We could work with that. Okay, we'll use this as our mid-range team. So we're using Mountain Crusher, Tina, Arachne, Weaver, then Leprechaun. And for the later battles, we'll run double Ketris. We'll see how this rolls. Okay, so right off the bat, obviously we cast Leprechaun. Leprechaun is probably the core thing that you're going to build almost every single team around this week. Just because of how ridiculously good it is. Unfortunately, that overkilled the last slot, so I can't actually get a Weaver here. Which is rather unfortunate. So I'll go for a Mountain Crusher though. Oh, I could have dropped Cascaded Mana. That's not too big a deal though. I'll go throw this down. This should bring one of them into kill range of Weaver. Then we kill with Weaver and we're good to go. On to the next one. That really did not set up into any good Weavers, but we can make it work. Oops! Why did I go for that room? It was a magic scroll. Well, at least our team got more stats. I think I just did it because it was the room we were over. I need 2 and 5. Fail. Took one room we didn't need to do, but at least it was a magic. For any room that we could have done that was an incorrect room, that was actually a decent incorrect room, if nothing else. But generally, as far as extra stats are concerned, you should only ever take power. All the other ones, even magic, aren't really worth ever going for normally. Even though magic is a useful stat, the fact that it only gives 1 stats compared to power that gives 4 just makes it not worth it. Just taking powers alone is way more than enough stats than you'll need for the entire event. Because they have diminishing return, the more stats you take, the less effective each one becomes, because how many you actually need for it to actually increase the stat by that point. Can you show a Wild Queen team for Tower? Isn't Lord of Slaughter green? You'd probably just run Mountain Crusher, Lord of Slaughter, Wild Queen, and one other option. Like Leprechaun. That'd probably be the team. Mountain Crusher, Wild Queen, Lord of Slaughter, and Leprechaun. The exact order of Wild Queen and Lord of Slaughter depends on how you want to play the team. But you could interchange them either way you wanted. You can replace out Lord of Slaughter for another mana accumulator then. You could maybe even go Apothecary. Apothecary has Cleanse, so you can use that for a brown gain to Mountain Crusher and to Wild Queen. And also gives you Cleanse, so you don't need to worry about Entangle. Otherwise, you could try doing it with Beatrix. So I don't think Beatrix really synergizes as well with Wild Queen. As Apothecary, you get all the brown, which works out quite nicely. So make sure not to deny out your own green, of course. Oh, we'll throw that down. Get our other mountain going. And then a Weaver, and then we just kill out with Tina. Also, I'm pretty hype. The first of the month, Mario 35 is coming out. That should be quite a bit of fun. Actually, it's kind of funny because we actually have back-to-back updates. Because, as far as some other games that we were playing on the channel, Animal Crossing is getting an update on Wednesday. I'm not sure if we're going to do a stream immediately, though, because a lot of things that you'd be able to do require time travel. So, and obviously we don't time travel. So there might not be too much that we can immediately do, so we probably won't do like an immediate stream. That reminds me, I still need to go catch that thing in Animal Crossing. I still haven't done that yet. It's the last month where you can do it. And other than that, Mario 35 is coming out in the 1st, which should be pretty cool. Same genre as Fall Guys, but obviously Mario themed in 2D. So we got a 3 right over there. So grab let's. Mount Crusher, Apothecary, Wild Queen, and what was the last troop? Leprechaun. If in doubt, it's always Leprechaun. It's such a ridiculously good troop. Leprechaun is arguably like the absolute best troop in the entire game. Obviously, he's not in the sense that he can't solo on his own. Like if you just have Leprechaun and nothing else, it's rather lackluster. But his mana accumulation is so ridiculously overpowered, it's hilarious. I'm actually surprised he has not been nerfed in the 2 years that he's been out. It's just such a solid option. Like almost every quick kill team in the entire game, which is almost everything you would ever do, uses Leprechaun. There are so few instances where you would not use a Leprechaun, normally because you're restricted out of using a Leprechaun based on color restriction or whatever the restriction is. There's like the only few times you don't run Leprechaun. Almost every other team in the entire game is viable. Yeah, we don't have any other room unless we want to take the haste. So let's go move forward. Yes, you can use Mang. Mang with Skull Spam is pretty solid. It will go slower compared to a mana accumulation option. However, its damage output will obviously go quicker. You gotta resummon there. How unfortunate. We go for this, and then we should be... Oh, gosh, no. I was gonna say we'd be able to clean up with Weaver. Unfortunately, it piled all the damage onto one single troop, which was actually bad in that situation. Because now, I can't actually hit him. That shouldn't be enough browns for him to get a Devourer, so it's not going to be too bad. Let's go for that and just kill with Tina, it looks like. Actually, I could probably just done it with a Skull. We have so much extra Skull damage with that much armor that probably was enough to kill. Why are you running Ketris? We will be. Ketris doesn't work as well for the mid-range. He only works for, like, the really high range, ideally. You could run him at a lower range, however, he's a bit slower. So I'm only running him for the higher range. We probably won't switch up until about 15 to 18, somewhere around there. And then we'll switch to him probably for the rest of the time. But yeah, we will be running Ketris Yasmin's Pride. We are just not running it yet. But we will be soon. Once every other option falls off due to not upscaling, we'll switch over to it. But for now, this is doing the job quite nicely. Yeah, we'll throw a pokety-poke over there. Actually, I might as well just Tina that. That should be enough to kill. Especially now that they finally fixed her as of several months ago, so that she doesn't waste all of her hits onto something that's already dead. It's been fixed for quite a while now. It's almost been a year since that's been fixed, but it was a really nice fix because it made Tina 9000 so much more viable than it was in the past. Okay, we'll throw that down. I just realized, where can I check the runtime of my stream now? Oh, there it is. It's all the way over in the top left. Gosh, this new interface that they forced us to have to use as of today is so weird. We'll get used to it eventually, though. It's pretty straightforward, but everything's different. Though it gives a lot more information than normal. It shows the normal concurrent viewers, which we always had, but also shows the chat rate. It says 1 for the chat rate. I'm not quite sure what that means. Does that mean on average every single person is typing one message? Not really sure what exactly that means. but playback is 149, which is how many total people we've had here, regardless if they're still watching. And it has average watch time, which is kind of interesting, which shows it's at 10 minutes and 30 seconds as far as the average person watching a stream. Let's see, at least as of how far we currently went with a 30-minute stream. When will I know how I did in the Smash tournament? We already know we did awful. I didn't bother checking. I haven't logged into the game for ages, so I haven't actually checked the thingy. I haven't actually played the game since the tournament. I don't really play Smash that often. The tournament was more so just to have fun with it, see how we would do. I had very little intention on actually winning. I figured we'd give it a shot. I'll probably do all of them whenever they do them, though they're not that often. I think they're only once every several months. I'm not sure how often they're really going to be doing it now that they appear in game. Let's see, you just realized that it was a live stream. Hello, Saints, welcome. Your content helped you get back into the game after 4 years. Nice. Oh, wow, that's a while. Yeah, the game is so drastically different now. It's almost recognizable as a game with all the visual changes that they made to it and just how much everything has changed. But glad to see you came back. If you ever need any help, feel free to ask. Yeah, so there's a drastic change. Like, it's almost unrecognizable how it was 4 years ago. It almost looks like it was an alpha 4 years ago compared to the current state of the game, with how more complicated it's become. Most of it's pretty straightforward to learn, though. Let's see, we'll take that over. Okay, that gives us a good Weaver setup. And then we can go right into a kill off of Tina. Should be enough damage, even if it's the lowest values, that should be way more than enough to kill it out. So what floor are we on? We do need to go switch soon. Probably around floor 15 we'll switch to Ketris. Though I'm not sure if we'll even have enough sigils to get there today. Sure, hopefully have enough. What room are we on again? Floor 13. So we are currently at skip to haste. So we got a 4 and a 2. And of course the final. So these top two are the two that we need to go do. And yeah, if we reach the 15, we'll probably switch to Ketris. Otherwise, we'll start switching to Ketris for tomorrow going forward through the rest of the week. And this is an event even if your guild has completed out all the rewards where you still have to keep playing. Simply because to get the absolute max loot for this game mode, you do have to go all the way to 25 completion. Doing any less than that does not actually give you the full amount of loot. Yes, you get scrolls all the way up to 25. What that basically means is you have to do every single floor, including 25 itself, basically meaning you need to go to floor 26, because you have to complete out the floor 25 as well. But every single floor from floor 1 to the completion of floor 25 gives you a green scroll, which are used to upgrade the green Doom weapons. Currently, the best one to put that into is Doomed Glaive. As far as the next alternative, either the book or the hammer would be the next best. However, I'm still holding off in case the staff or some kind of other thing in the future will end up being more viable. We do have confirmation that there is going to be a new set of weapons. I forgot to mention this on the Monday video, but there is confirmation in the files of the game that there will be a new set of what are they called? Of Doom weapons. They're going to be some kind of staff weapon. They don't have an official name yet. But some kind of staff weapon are going to be added, one per color. So we are still going to be getting additional weapons beyond the current hammers that we have. So do be wary of that. What were we on? We need to go do number 4. And that'll give us our lucky, and then we can move on to the next floor. So hello, Remiford. What does the +1 tempering level mean in doomed weapons? So basically, tempering level refers to the level of the weapon itself. So for example, the tempering level of Mountain Crusher is 9. Basically, whatever this plus number is what your tempering level is. So in this case, it's a 9 for our Mountain Crusher. Basically, just whatever that plus thingy is your tempering level. So if you had like a 5 tempering level and had a boost ratio of 4, you would have a 20 benefit onto whatever the thing is boosting. Let's see. What do we even take now? Throw the Mountain Crusher down. And then we get a nice Tina into a Weaver. Should be good to go from there. Yeah, tempering level just refers to the level of the weapon. It's a little bit weird seeing that terminology because it's only used on the Doom weapons. But that is what it's referring to. It essentially just means the weapon level. Okay, and we'll take this final room and then keep going forward. If we get at least one more Valraven, we should be able to do at least one battle with Ketris build. At least to show it off today, if nothing else. What do we go for here? We'll get a mountain down. And hopefully this will hit in a way where we can actually get a Weaver. Unfortunately, it does not, which shows this team is starting to fall off if it can't even get a clean-up Weaver. So we're definitely going to need to switch to catcher soon. This team is starting to slow down quite drastically as well. Well, a lot of teams will, obviously, as you go deeper. But it's starting to get very noticeable. I'll go for another Tina, and hopefully we'll have a good Weaver set up. And no, we do not! Gosh, even after that, we still don't have Weaver set up. That is rather unfortunate. Also, our hero's almost dying because it doesn't have Barrier on Brown, the current hero class that we're using. However, we're going to have such a gigantic Tina by the time it does die. And it was killed with Weaver. At this point, we can almost kill it with a skull with how much damage we have. Gosh. And we get a web spinner there. Nice. That could also killed it. Is it worth doing all the rooms before the final room? You should only do the rooms that are valuable. You should coordinate with your guild to identify which rooms are the better rooms, and then only do those rooms. It is very inefficient doing every single room. And the reason for this is a lot of loot from many of the rooms are really bad. But you just basically need to communicate with your guild where all the better rooms are, and then do those rooms. And it is different per guild, so you can't just copy the ones that we have, unfortunately. It is completely different per guild, so you can't just copy these. Just communicate with your guild and have some kind of notation system for it. We have a really weird one, but hey, we understand it and it works. But basically what this means, you can kind of tell it through the key right here. All the P's mean power, all the capital H's mean heroism, all the capital L's mean luck, the lowercase h's are haste, and the F's are fireball. And these are the main viable rooms that you'd want to do. Any of them that are unmarked are all unlocked, so any of these are just a normal number with nothing next to them. And we just place them in order of everything prior to the unlock, and that's why we have the little greater than sign before it, because those are the ones that you should do before the unlock generally. And some are more optional than others, like haste you technically don't really need, but you can if you want a little bit more sigils. Anyways, where are we? Floor 14. We need to go take 4 because we are skipping the haste. So take this one, take the final room, and then we'll probably switch into Ketris. The Matrix code. Yeah, it looks so complicated when you're looking at that with no context, but then when you realize what it is, it's like, oh, that's so easy to figure out what everything is. Which reminds me, if anyone is interested in joining the guild, we still have 1 spot left. If you can consistently, easily do 1.5 million plus gold per week, and level 1000 plus, and can participate in all guild-related events, we do have 1 spot available. Let me know. Not sure how much longer it'll be available for, but we do have a spot nonetheless. What do I take here? I kind of want to take red so we can go get Tina down. And hopefully this will go into a Weaver setup. And yes, it does, barely. Ever so barely, but it's enough to make it work, so we'll do that. Get the last bit of our mana, throw another mountain down. I could check in a little bit. The official legal language of the tournament said it would be done by October 7th, as far as them figuring out who won. So yeah, it's a little bit weird how it's set up that way, that they won't know for so long. But yeah, I haven't checked. I can go bring it up real quick and see, because I have not checked. Let's see. Bring that up. Oh. In the meantime, let's go clear out this one, and then we'll go switch to Ketris build. Oh, watch that. Take a skull. Get a... What do we even take here? We'll get the purple. Why not? Get a Tina. We're actually going to let him have that skull because we get a blue follow-up. Not like we really need the mana, but might as well. Let's see. Where's the thingy? Might do audio in the background. Hopefully not. I should actually go mute it just in case. Because some of the music in Smash is actually copyrighted. I could tell because we got like a partial... Not a strike or anything, but partial demonetization on when we did the tournament stream. That's mostly because some of the music within the game is copyrighted. Let's see. We'll throw that down. And that kills that. Okay, we should probably switch to Ketris build now. So let me go do that. We just gotta go copy paste our build from earlier. Of course, we showed this during the video. This is the High Doom team. It is Yasmin's Pride, Tulio, and Double Catches the Bull. If you don't have Double Catches the Bull, you can put a Leprechaun as your last option, obviously. If in doubt, put Leprechaun. Also, did we need more copies of this? No, we did not. Just double checking. I thought we already had them all, but always good to check. I always think that for some of them, and then we find out like a month later, like, oh, I don't have all the copies yet. Okay, this one we have a 4 and a 5, it looks like, so we'll go take that. This column over here. So let me go paste my team over here, and this will be the team that we're going to use going forward then. Yasmin's Pride, Tulio with double Ketris, or if you don't have double Ketris and only one, replace it with a Leprechaun for the other guy. Should be good to go. Let's see, does the tournament have results? Let's see. Does it even have a section to check results? I'm clicking on it right now, I don't see one. Qualifiers. View results. The results for qualifiers are being processed. Yeah, it's still being processed. Yeah, it'll probably take forever and a half. They said it would be done by October 7th. I mentioned that in all the legal language of the tournament. Apparently, it might actually take them that long. It's a little bit weird that it's set up in such a weird way where it's actually going to take that long for them to figure it out, but seems to be the case. So as far as this Ketris team, Ketris is actually usable on several different builds or different days of the event. However, it is absolute strongest on Green Day. The main reason for this is it shares color overlap with Tulio. And the reason why this is really viable is, of course, Tulio can now do it onto Green, which will do it onto your entire team. It is the only day where Tulio can do it to your entire team, like reach across the entire thing. So this is the main reason why it is so viable, since using Tulio once onto a green will end up enchanting and giving a lot of mana to every single member of our team. It's one of the few instances where Tulio is actually a better mana accumulator than Leprechaun, which is exceedingly rare. Thera also can be on occasion, but it is one of the few rare instances, and the main reason for this is Tulio is really good at feeding mana to things that are full blocked, and obviously with this team setup, Ketris is fully blocked by Ketris, so ends up feeding mana to them very exceedingly well, making it the most viable time to ever run Tulio. And then we take the 5, and then we move forward. Also, even if you were using Leprechaun, of course, the entire team would still be counting as green, because obviously you have to use all green. The only thing that can be not green is your weapon. However, even our weapon goes green for this. Okay, Tulio will have mana next turn, so we'll just take some red, I guess. We can go get another Pride, and it should pretty much be matched. We'll throw it into the middle one there, and then go throw it again, though we might need one more Tulio to go set it up. But then that'll be match. Actually, I'll take that skull. We can go for one more Yasmin. Don't go throw Tulio on pretty much anything. And I'll kill off a Ketris with exceeding overkill. That's pretty much how this team works out. Works out pretty consistently. It's also extremely safe because you can run it with Titan or Sentinel. Tank like crazy. And then just have the Ketris doing all the damage and Tulio just mana accumulates. And you get so much HP off the Yasmin Pride that you're basically never die. And you can use your hero class to also make sure you never die. With Barrier Every Brown or other hero classes have reduction like Sentinel. We don't have mana to do anything yet, so we'll just throw yellow down so we can get another Tulio. Actually, I kind of want another Yasmin's Pride here, just so we don't die, just in case. I'll throw that down. Not going to go for it yet, because obviously we have our Ketrises, so I want to go throw those down. Which I probably should have thrown that first slot there. We could grab the skull, I guess, and just let him die off the normal skulls. We'll go throw this down onto a green and get everything rolling again. That Death Mark is a little bit unfortunate. One thing that this team does lack, unfortunately, is a cleanse. So, because Tulio, unfortunately, doesn't have that mechanic attached to it. So it's one of the big things that we are missing in this kind of composition, but overall, it's not too big a deal. So right here, I'm actually going to armor tier this, since it's the last thing we even need to armor tier. We have the mana for it, might as well go for it. And then we simply double Ketris here, and then kill out the other one with a skull, ideally. And if he doesn't want to do that, let's go get the mana back up. And kill him off that way. There we go. Normally I have to finish out the last one with a skull. Depends which way you want to kill them out with Ketrises. In what order. And this is our last battle unless we get a Valraven. And it is battle 3. And that'll give us our unlock. Hopefully we get a Valraven here. Otherwise that'll be the last Tower of Doom battle we'll do for the stream. Though we still got a couple other things we need to mess with. And apparently 2 more battles. Nice. Okay, so we'll go throw down a Yasmin's Pride, so we'll throw that onto you. Actually, probably should have aimed for Valraven. He's not actually blocked on yellow right now, so a little bit scary with him getting too much yellow, potentially. So I am actually going to target him directly right there. I'm going to deny out his yellow because he's Valraven. We'll then get another Yasmin's Pride, and I guess we'll just go for the big hit right over there. And just hit all of them simultaneously. That or we could go for a double cast, however, I'm not concerned with how much time it might take to get that much mana. We'll go to double cast route. So I'm actually going to take red there just so that gets him up. We then go for double Ketris here. And I'll kill that out. Then we'll just take a skull, and I'll kill that out. And as usual with a Ketris team, the final kill will be done with a skull. However, I will go for a little bit more mana here because there does not seem to be any skulls that want to spawn for us right now. Come on, skulls. All we need is one skull to win. I'm just going to have to go for another Tulio and kill it with Ketris, it looks like. Yeah, this team is really good at not losing. Unless death marks really mess you up, which you can run cleanse for if you truly had to. It's pretty safe. Is a glaive available this week? No. You cannot obtain glaive this week. It was available about a month ago. However, yeah, it won't be available for a very long time again because it was kind of available pretty recently. Also, that reminds me, my current things are set to armor. You know what? Just out of safety's sake, I'm actually going to set to cleanse just so we don't have to deal with a random death mark ideally. And a 20% mana start just helps get them up a little bit quicker. Also, one other thing that you can do with this team that we're using right now, you can actually go Shaman, and this will half mana start the Ketrises. This is a bit quicker and is viable if you're doing lower end battles and you want to use this build. However, the reason we're currently using Titan, even though it's slower, it's a lot safer to make sure you don't die because you gain Barrier every brown, and this is pretty important as the amount of tankability that it gives is much higher this way. Same as if you were to use Sentinel similarly. So we'll go throw that down just to get our stats going. Obviously we got it again, so we'll throw it again. Do we have full mana for anything? No, that's very unfortunate. However, well, if you have absolutely no option, you would normally want to take a brown, because that would regain you Barrier, of course. We'll go for this and just go for the 4 times disable, it looks like, to tear out all of their armor for HP. Basically just converting their armor into HP for us, which is obviously very beneficial. And then we'll just do it one more time, and that Ketris should be enough to kill. So let's go for this. I just need one more Yasmin's Pride, which we'll get next turn, regardless of what we do. We'll take a brown just for some barrier, just to make sure we don't die. Not like it's really going to happen. He'll do a poke, and he's dead. And if that somehow wasn't enough, we had another Ketris ready to go. How long do they rotate Doom weapons? They show up in Soulforge by the rate of which kingdoms show up. So the rotation for them is about 6 or 7 months or so. It's based on when kingdoms come around. It could be anywhere from like 4 to 6 months or so. Because as often as a kingdom shows up is how often the weapons in Soulforge rotate. Okay, so we have one more battle. So we're on 17, and we got a power and the other room. We'll take the power, I guess. So this will probably be our final room of the day, because unless we get a Valraven here, we are out of sigils until tomorrow. Oh, the 5 times purple was taken. Oh well, doesn't really matter. We actually don't even need it for this team. So we'll go for that. Those Lamias could be a little bit annoying because all of Ketris' stats, including his armor, does indeed count towards his extra damage. However, they're low enough on stats that might not really matter much. I actually want to do a weird move and actually target this directly just so he doesn't Lamia us. So we did it out of safety's sake. Doesn't think it really mattered too much, but we did it anyways. We'll go for a Ketris there. Should be enough damage. And then one more, we'll kill it out, and we'll easily get that mana just by taking that. And that should be a match. There we go. Nice and smooth for our final battle of Tower of Doom for today. And then we'll do the rest over the next few days as we get the free sigils every single day. Every single day you will get 4 additional sigils to use for the event. Next one in exactly 6 hours from now. And yeah, we'll go from there. And obviously do that again tomorrow night. Anyways, next order of business. Let's clear out our dailies. So let's go ahead to Magic. Go run a bunch of Phoenicia for all the stuff. That's not what I wanted. Give me my adventure board. Nothing really too good here other than a small handful of gems. But nonetheless, as we normally do, we will take out every battle. And obviously go do dungeons for the extra little diamonds and crafting material. And then we'll maybe mess around with some Explore 12. Not too much, though. Gosh, we did so much of it the last weekend. We're not going to try any speedrunning of it today. We'll probably run a few chests. Was there anything else we need to go over? I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah, we can mess with the new troop that came out. He's really only going to be good for Guild Wars, though. And we still got a while before next Guild Wars, the only problem with that. Like, his most viable instance will be for the Guild Wars, which literally just passed. So it's kind of unfortunate. Because the main thing you would use him for would just literally happen last week. So it'll be a while before we actually get to use him in his elements of Guild Wars. But that does seem to be his main purpose, the new troop that came out today. But yeah, event key drop table is super insanely good right now. Not only do you have all the goblins in the game, or pretty much all the goblins in the game, you also have the new legend that came out, which is really good for Guild Wars, or should be. Well, obviously, we haven't tested it for it, but on theory and paper, it should be pretty good for Guild Wars. And obviously, Hiking Iron Gut. Hiking Iron Gut is the best Delve troop in the entire game. It's even better than Zugov in the Delve context. So really, really good for that. If you're looking for something to be able to get all the way to level 500 Delves with, if you can't already. Event keys this week would be a very good idea. It does take about 1,000 keys to get them. We got absurdly lucky, obviously, this morning, but definitely worth considering trying for. Also, keep in mind, he's available all week, even when we get the exclusive Mythic this Friday. Friday and Saturday and Sunday, you will still be able to open event keys for Iron Gut, because the event key drop table stays the same all week. The other one only affects Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests, which is, of course, not event keys. Oh, I already answered that. Oh, so hello, Lestat. Welcome. Oh, so that reminds me. Let me go hand out a code. We'll go do that after we clear out dungeons, I guess. Which we'll go do as soon as we finish out this last battle here. 2 more of them for a little handful of gems. What's the most of scrolls you can get in the event by part buying tiers? I'm not sure what the full total is. You'd have to add up every single number. Yeah, I could go check real quick. I have no clue what that number is offhand, though. All you'd have to do is just add all the numbers together from the tiers. Can you show the Guild War stats? What do you mean by that? Like the bonus that you get from your guild? I'm not sure if my guild did all the tasks yet. Once I checked, I think we still had 1 more left to do. Because someone didn't do their gold. I think we had a few people, plus we're missing a person. But I don't think we have all the guild stats yet. No, because we're still missing 2. I got most of them right now. It would show up on our troop menu. Underneath bonuses, we have 6 attack, 4 magic, 16 armor, and 16 HP. Let's see, what was the other thing I was going to check? Oh yeah, how many scrolls do you get from Tower of Doom from just the thing? So not counting buying them, if you just count the... Oh wait, never mind. Why am I doing this? Duh, it's 25. What am I saying? You don't have to add them up. Why did I think there was some over here? But yeah, you get 25 scrolls. It's floor 1 to 25 is how many you get. So you get 25 scrolls is how many you get. Oh, I actually could have known that or offhand. I forgot. But yeah, there's none mixed in between. I was thinking that, like how the tokens are for the other event, but no, they're not mixed in between. They're only from the what's it called? The packs and from doing the floors. So you would get 25 scrolls without having to spend any gems theoretically. However, I'm not sure if you have enough sigils to do that unless you find like every single haste and everyone in your guild scouted for you. That might give you enough sigils to go through it for free all the way to floor 25. However, generally, you need about tier 3 or tier 4 or so, assuming you're scouting some. But if you're doing literally 0 scouting, and your guild perfectly scouted and you do every haste, it might be enough to do for free. I've never actually tested that. I believe it can reach it for free, though, if the rest of your guild carried all the scouting and everything. Because scouting takes a lot of sigils. Just to scout out 1 floor, you got to spend 5 sigils. Because you have to do every single room, just so you have full information for your guild. Which burns through a lot of sigils, of course. Look at my guild's already scouted to 24, so we're not going to need to worry about that. Because by the time we get to 25, the guild will easily be scouted up to that point. Yeah, so it's basically 25 plus what you buy in tiers is essentially how many you get. And you can buy infinite alpha tiers. The final tier can be infinitely bought for 500, which gives 3, which comes out to 133 gems per scroll if you want to infinitely buy them. However, yes, 25 plus whatever you buy up to is how many you get for the event. That is correct for Tower of Doom. And that applies to every Tower of Doom. However, they do different colors. So it'll be a very long time before green comes back again. It could literally be like a year or 2 if they don't add some kind of other method between then, which I feel like they will. They said they would in the past, but then never did. But I feel like we will get another method at some point to be able to do it. Anyways, let me go hand out a code. I did say I would go and do so at this point. So let me go and get the code for everyone. Let's see. Where is the code? Give me 1 moment. So I probably should have put it on copy paste beforehand. Where's Kafka? Hello, Kafka. Also, Kafka, we need more codes. I'm pretty sure it's the one underneath this one. However, I will check this one as well. Always like to do that just in case to make sure we don't skip a code. So we put it over there, put it over there. Are you the code? You are not the code, which I already knew. It should be this one right here is the code. I just realized I still have Photoshop open on my other computer. It's being very not laggy right now for the fact that Photoshop's open in the background on my older computer. Normally, whatever it is, it lags like crazy. I think the main thing that was making it laggy earlier seemed to be it just didn't have Windows 10 update for whatever reason. And it was for whatever reason just making it super laggy. But there you guys go. There's the redeem code to use on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Redeem code is right over there in the chat. Just copy paste the random numbers and letters and give same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. It only works on PC mobile version. There you guys go. Enjoy. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. It ends up helping out a lot. Greatly appreciated. And there you guys go. Enjoy the loots. And make sure to claim that pretty quick. They've been going in about 10 minutes or so recently. They have a set amount of claims, so do make sure to go get them while they last. Anyways, let's go and did we declare dungeons yet? Yeah, we did. Okay, so let's go do some Explore 12 then. Let's see. Let's do some Explore 12. So we'll go to might as well just camp Golvania. Speed running time now. We're not gonna bother speed running. We'll actually go chase 20%, I think. Oh no. I honestly just want to get 10% for Golvania already and just camp it forever with a similar team. Probably with the more consistent version. However, I need these purple scroll deed thingies. Also, I'm 1 Imperial short as well. I don't even have the other Imperial. But the first thing we're doing once we get 1 more Imperial and these 2 purple deed book things is... oh, wait, I don't even have this thing leveled up yet to... oh, no wonder why we're so short and it required 6. I need... I don't even have 15 yet on Golvania. We should probably go do that soon. Wait, do we have Zulgari upgraded? Yeah, because we already did for the kit thing. But, yeah, we need to go upgrade Golvania soon. I might do that now, then. I don't know, to do it now or not to do it now. The main reason it's not upgraded is because it's a purple kingdom, and obviously you want to do all the magic kingdoms first. However, we already did. And, gosh, do we need that 10% with how often we farm this place. But, yeah, we're 1 Imperial short, and we're 2 deed books short. I'm not sure when we're going to be getting deed books, though. Obviously, we're going to be getting it from next season, but, you know, we don't know when in next season we're going to be getting deed books. I guess we'll just chase some 20%. Oh, where's our 20% right now? 20%! Show yourself! Okay, it's in Blackhawk right now. We'll just chase it over there then. I'm actually going to switch to the safer version of this team then, since we're going to be chasing. That's not the team I want. Where is my team? Oh, there it is. Alright, so let's go switch to the safer version, which is get rid of that and put in a Thrall. If I could type correctly. Where are you, Thrall? There you go. Okay. And we changed the banner to, actually, we could probably keep that banner. I'll keep the banner, I guess. Doesn't actually matter. Actually, an extra purple would have probably been a little bit good, though. Because what if we take a purple and it doesn't surge? Should be fine, though. But yeah, this is a bit slower than the other build. However, it's a lot more consistent than the Skyla build. Because your mana accumulation is pretty much solid. The only thing you have to worry about is the skulls, which are a little bit less solid. However, it's much better to have the mana accumulation because you can always just cheese it with a bunch of instant kills. So even though this is slightly slower than the max speed of the other one, it's overall quicker due to its higher consistency. And for that reason, actually, this team's better to use when you're doing farming. Or when you're doing speed running, the Skyla build's better. It's one of those many instances where the speed running build is not the actual quickest build. As ironic as that may seem. Because speedrunning builds for various game modes are generally really high risk, high reward because they have infinite repeats. And they just do it until, you know, you get a good run. Whereas your other builds need to be way more consistent than that. Because this farm is way better per hour than the other one does. But its max speed is slower. Do you have any recommendations for 3 troop PvP and explore teams that can incorporate the weekly troops? Gorgotha into 2 options is normally pretty good. Using Leprechaun Thrall into 1 big option also works pretty good. So if you have 1 big damage source, you put Thrall up front as a mana accumulator. You put your big damage source in second slot and put your Leprechaun behind it. Then you can put anything in last slot. And then Thrall plus Leprechaun will feed you mana. It's kind of like what we're using now in a sense almost. Where you could ditch the hero and put whatever and your Zugov just carries you. Because we technically don't need hero. Well, for Explore 12 we kind of do because it's triple damage. But in, like, let's say a PvP situation with this team, you wouldn't need hero for it, necessarily. But throw a Leprechaun into a big damage source tends to work pretty good. You don't need to do it with Zugaf, obviously. You can do it with any big AoE or really almost anything in the game, as long as it's a really heavy damage source. Throw plus Leprechaun, just absurdly good mana. This might be a little bit annoying to now win, now that our hero is dead. Oh, he should be fine. Oh, he needs one good Throw, and that should give us the mana we need, or pretty close. And he'll get a hit there, however, we just do that, and then Zugaf will kill him out. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what's coming in next season. We know a couple things that are very likely to be in next season. Pass, for example, we know for sure that those new deed books are on the free side and the paid side. How many are on both and at what points, we don't know. One other thing that is very likely, based on how this event was set up, even though it hasn't been confirmed, is we will probably have one epic vault key available, either in the paid pass or the super paid pass. There's very likely to be an epic vault key, and the main reason for that is they put a random vault key at the end of the current pass system, and it is very likely that that will end up being an epic vault key into the future, given that it was the very last reward in the set if you bought the really big pass. So there's a good possibility one of those will be in there, which is pretty much just as equivalent of 3 normal vault keys, essentially. However, for anyone who doesn't have the epic vault key achievement, you could theoretically buy that achievement, in a sense. Which, honestly, I might be the case in that regard, because we still have not gotten an epic vault key. We've been really unlucky with it. We're actually way below drop rate right now on epic vault key. Well, we'll get it eventually. Oh, well, speaking of something we're not below drop rate on, though, gosh, we got a Nisha. We've been doing really good on Nisha this last week. We went like 2 weeks with no Nishas, but this last week we've gotten like 5 Nishas. 5 or 6 Nishas, something like that. Pretty much been getting a Nisha per day. We've been doing absurdly good on Nisha this last week. Too bad it's always not that rate. How are you not dead? There we go, we'll overkill him with a Zugaf. Epic Vault Key is going to get boosted for Vault Key event in next update. That'd be good. Because right now its drop rate is way too low. Did she confirm that on her stream? Or was that in the beta? Because I actually wasn't in this beta test. Though I do know a couple things about it that some people have just messaged me. Obviously, I can't say what they are, though. But I haven't actually gotten to play the beta this time. Oh, she confirmed it on the forums. Oh, let's see, we'll move that over. Get a pokety poke. Let's throw a flame rifle down there. And I'll be match. But if anyone still has any other questions or anything else you want me to go over, do let me know. And we'll make sure to do so before we wrap up the stream. Otherwise, we'll probably go for one more chest after this chest and probably call it a wrap. But yeah, tomorrow, All Seeing Eye event, as well as we'll do some more Tower of Doom. I'll throw that down. Oh, also, I might stream a little bit earlier tomorrow because the presidential debates start at 9, and I do want to catch them. And I ideally do want to catch them live. It's the very first debate. And it should be a very, very gigantic dumpster fire. It should be fun to watch. But, yeah, it's starting at 9. So we'll probably start our stream a little bit earlier so we can get everything done, because factions take a while. So we'll probably start a little bit closer to like 7:30 or so. Let's see, we'll throw that down. I get a Zugaf down. Can you show the Guild War stats you explained above? Wait, what? You need to click on Guild War to show the Guild War stats? Oh, you mean the page that shows the movement? Is this what you're referring to? Our personal points went down by 5. The overall guild amount of points went up by 6. And we got rank 44. Oh, we didn't end up getting 43. Oh, we're staying in bracket 5, it looks like. But, yeah. So overall, the guild did better. Though we're in a 1 lower bracket than normal, which is probably why. But yeah, we did worse. We went down a bracket, which is why it's showing -5. And, well, we didn't go down a bracket this week, but, you know, the previous week into this week, or the other week, we went down. We're still in bracket 5 now, though. But, yeah, the overall guild did better, but that's because we're in a lower bracket than normal, which is why we did better. Because normally we're closer to bracket 4 or 3. But we're currently 5 because we were losing some people. Even this week, we were down like 2 people for Guild Wars, which, of course, makes your overall score a little bit lower. Even with 27 out of 30, still technically makes your score lower. Hey, look, we finally get to our final Explorer in Zaejin for today. How fitting, given it's the Zaejin event. And Zaejin recently just reached 20 stars as of today for the extra HP bonus. Oh, what do we go for? We'll go for Thrill. Get a nice hit there. Hopefully it doesn't dodge. Never mind, we have Enrage. Why do I keep thinking that? I said that the other day too. It's like, oh no, they might dodge. It's like, oh wait, yeah, I forgot. Enrage. They can't dodge. Even if they have Agile, it doesn't matter because Enrage hits through it. One really nice aspect of Enrage, actually, is that you actually do get to ignore the Agile, which is a pretty good counter to Skull Spam. However, Enrage completely ignores it. But yeah, the overall guild score was higher because we were down a bracket, and my score was lower because we did bad. But the reason the overall guild score was higher was because we're down a bracket, so logically we'd have a higher score since the battles are a bit easier. We just had a really bad 2-3 day, which made us go down more than normal. Oh, I'll take that over. And should be good to go from there. Actually, I could have just taken a skull to win already. Whoops. Mistakes were made. Did he really just die off a burn? Pretty sure he did. A bleed burn or just a burn. Oh, throw that down. Throw herself a explosion. Grab a purple over there. Also, I just noticed something funny on the new tracker for the back end of YouTube. There's actually a tracker for new members, as if you would gain multiple. However, our average stream, we gain like 0 new members. Which is that paid button thingy. Yeah, some really big streamers get like, what, dozens per stream? Obviously, you'd have to be a really big streamer to get like any kind of big number for that. I just find it weird that it has a tracker, given that it normally stays at 0 every single stream, with the rare occasions that it goes up by 1 or 2. So we throw that down. Oh, take that over, take that over. And anyways, go get our explosion there. How many total viewers do we have? 268. However, it also goes up soon after the stream, because obviously people watch after the fact as well. So whatever number it is by the end of the stream is generally not the total number that it actually is. Obviously, it gets most of its views during the stream and the day after. Beyond that, most streams don't tend to get many views unless it's like a really major stream. Like if it was like a update stream or something really big happens. Well, I guess Tower of Doom is somewhat big in a sense, so it might still get views all week. Like generally the Monday stream gets views all week, but the rest of them will like die out after a day. Because normally the Monday stream is still relevant for the rest of the week. Like normally we'd cover the campaign, which obviously if someone's doing campaign on like Saturday or Sunday, it would still be applicable. And right now we're doing Tower of Doom, which of course still goes through the whole week. Well, we were doing Tower of Doom, obviously now we're just doing Explorer, since we ran out of sigils. Also, Zukov, can you get full mana? That'd be great. Yeah, it says the average view time was 16 minutes, 50 seconds. So it's going up. So that means we have pretty good retention. That might not sound like super high, given that it's about an hour or hour and a half stream. However, that is pretty decently high, because you have to keep in mind how many people who might check it for like literally like 30 seconds who end up bringing that number down. Because some people might click on it by accident or click on it and then, you know, not want to watch for too long. So that's actually a pretty decent number. We actually have relatively really good retention time on the channel. Like for an average channel, our retention time is absurdly high for the channel. How do you feel about the campaign rewards overall? This month, or, you know, the previous campaign, I feel like they were pretty lackluster. However, I don't feel like they were pay to win. The only problem now is it seems like they're going to be worth it going into the future. However, it seems like they're heading towards a pay to win section while also making it decent. So that's my only big concern with it. I do feel like the value overall is going to be much better going into the next season. But my biggest concern is it's going to be so viable that it'll seem pay to win, which very much seems like it's going to be the case. But we won't really know until next week as far as what the rewards are, of course. But, yeah, I do feel like the most recent campaign was pretty lackluster. Like, we didn't really get too much. The Mythic wasn't even too good either. And that was the main reward, was the Mythic. And the rest of it was just kind of scraps here and there. Nothing really, like, super exciting. Like, every single time you got something new from it, it's, like, barely felt like anything. Like, the weapons were horrible. The Epic Troop was horrible. Like, nothing was viable. And even the Mythic, while it was somewhat meta, is so situational that it didn't really feel like we got something to use. The problem is a lot of the stuff that came through it was pretty much dead content as far as like unique actual drops. Like almost all of it was dead content. Because it's cosmetic pet, so you wouldn't use that. The troops were all not usable. The weapons were all not usable, other than the Mythic at the end, technically. But I don't know, I'm just hoping more of it's useful. Like, it wouldn't be that hard to put half-decent weapons there. As well as making the Epic Troop not 100% useless. Those aren't particularly hard things to do. I just love making dead content for whatever reason. Will I get more views than Salty? I haven't actually caught under stream for a while. I might stop by. I've never actually seen a stream where we streamed more than her, even though people keep saying that we do. I've never actually stopped by her stream for a while. So I need to figure out what my password even is. I have it on my old computer, but however, I have no clue what it is. So I don't actually have it ever logged in on my new computer, which is probably why I don't really check her that much. Because it's on Twitch. And I don't know my login information for my other computer. I haven't bothered recovering it or changing it or anything. Probably should, because I have not the slightest clue what my username or password is. Let's see. We'll take that over. I still have a couple things I still need to switch over. My Discord as well. I still haven't switched over to the new computer. Definitely need to at some point. What do we grab here? I'll take that for now. All you want is Mountain Crusher, Essence of Evil, Reflection of Good, version for red. Yeah, we don't have it for every color yet. That would be pretty good having it for red. Red Guild War Day is a little bit annoying. It's probably still one of the harder red Guild War Days, even though I currently use Dugov for it and it works pretty well. But it's definitely one of the harder Guild War Days for sure. Anyways, any other questions, anyone? Otherwise, after this battle, I'll probably call it a wrap. And we'll be back tomorrow night. Same time as always. Hour and a half prior to now tomorrow. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As we do every night. And we'll be messing with All-Seeing Eye faction. As well as more Tower of Doom. And whatever else we end up messing with. And that is the game plan. And of course, this Friday, we got a lot of stuff to go over. A whole new faction and a new Mythic. New Mythic's pretty lackluster, though. But of course, we got a new faction to mess with, if nothing else. But I feel like the new Mythic will be dead content. Unless they're buffing it between now and then, it's most likely going to be dead content, unfortunately. Yes, we will be a little bit early tomorrow. Yes, I forgot to mention that. We will be closer to like 7 or 7:30. So it's not going to be at the normal 8. But yeah, we'll be slightly earlier. I will try to figure out if there's some kind of new way on this format to post an actual time. I am not aware of a way of doing it, but yeah, YouTube keeps doing weird things to their back end. But hopefully I'll be able to figure it out and go from there. I'm not sure if there even is a function for it. I assume it still is a functionality. However, I have not seen it, but it's probably buried somewhere in all these menus where we can schedule the stream for a certain time, and we'll make sure to do so. So it's, if nothing else, it'll be a good way to go test the feature. Also, prior to that, we might do a little bit of Fall Guys a little bit prior. It's almost the end of the season, so we don't have too many more times to even go and stream it. So we'll probably stream Fall Guys tomorrow afternoon or so. Maybe even a little bit earlier in the morning, depends when I wake up. As well as on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we're going to be doing Mario 35. Might even be doing that potentially Wednesday night. We'll see. But Mario 35 is coming out on the 1st. And other than that, is there anything else I wanted to mention? I think that's pretty much everything. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys soon. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. Best of luck on the event key drop table if you're trying for the new Legend or the Iron Gut. And other than that, get prepared for Friday because we've got like a billion events going on at once. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you soon. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you all enjoy your week. And thanks for stopping by as always. Always greatly appreciated. Goodbye, everyone. And feel free to leave a like on stream. Always helps out a lot. Greatly appreciated. Have a good night, everyone.